peaceful village of Nurabad, a young man named Faraz lived with quiet disappointment in his eyes. He was 22 years old, had straight black hair that fell neatly on his forehead, warm brown eyes that once held dreams, and he always wore the same outfit, a plain white shirt, faded blue jeans, and black sandals. Life had worn him down, not through hardship, but through a constant belief that nothing good could ever happen to him. "I'm just not meant for success," he often muttered. One afternoon, Faraz sat in the corner of the old village library, staring at his failed business exam. His best friend Usman sat beside him. Usman, with curly black hair, sharp black eyes, and wearing a blue shirt with khaki pants, noticed Faraz's sadness and said gently, "You failed once, not forever. Why give up so easily?" Faraz looked away. "It's not just this exam. I think I'm just not cut out for success. Maybe it's fate." Nearby, an elderly man, Hakim Sadiq, listened quietly. He was around 70, with a long white beard, kind and wise eyes, and dressed in a clean white shalwar kameez. He walked over and sat beside them. "Fate," he said softly, "is not what stops you. It's your mindset that holds you back." He handed Faraz a small round mirror. "Every morning, look into this mirror and say, 'I am not helpless. I can learn. I can grow. I can succeed.' Do this with belief, not just words." Faraz gave a nervous laugh. "Will talking to a mirror really change anything?" Hakim Sadiq smiled. "Sometimes the smallest habits lead to the biggest changes." The next morning, dressed in his usual white shirt and jeans, Faraz stood in front of the mirror. He hesitated at first, but then whispered, "I can change. I can succeed." The words felt strange, but he repeated them. Day after day, his posture slowly straightened. His eyes began to reflect a spark. A week later, Faraz borrowed a used laptop from his cousin and began offering online tutoring to kids in the village. He wasn't perfect, but he was improving. Slowly, he started earning a little money and learning new skills. Usman noticed the change and asked, "How did you become so focused?" Faraz replied with a small smile, "I stopped blaming the world. I started believing in myself." 6 months passed. Faraz was now running a small online academy. Students from other towns were joining his classes. His life had transformed, but he was still the same in appearance. White shirt, blue jeans, black sandals. Only now, his walk was confident, and his eyes reflected purpose. When Hakim Sadiq visited again, he looked at Faraz with pride and asked, "Tell me, what changed? Your fate or your thoughts?" Faraz looked at the old mirror on his desk and replied, "My thoughts. That's where everything began." The story teaches that when you change your mindset, your world begins to change with it. Success doesn't start with luck, it starts with belief.